corner here, it's going to be easy finish. So make sure that when I hip in, I'm using my right hip. If he's shooting to my right leg, but I'm still square to him when I push into him. I'm not turning like this. Okay, so if he shoots to this side, again, I'm still using my hip here, but I'm not gonna turn it in like that. So now what's gonna happen? We're gonna show a finish from this position. So usually in a match, when I hip into coach here and I shove head to the inside and I bring him down the mat, he's gonna hold on to my leg. Here, I sprawl down, but he's still holding on to my leg. What happens usually is that he's gonna be in my knee like this, and he's really strong here. It's easy for him to suck in that knee. It's gonna be hard for me just to sprawl back into him. So this is a little trick we're gonna do is that we're gonna grab his wrist here, and then we're gonna go shallow whizzer. So shallow whizzer is just right here, almost in his armpit. Almost like I'm hooking his arm right here, okay? So this is my shallow whizzer. This is my wrist control. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be into him right here. He's at my knee. I'm gonna get the shallow whizzer, wrist control, and I'm gonna hip into him and pull his lock up my leg just a little bit right there. See where his lock is now? Okay? Now I can sprawl back, but if I'm here, if he's here at my knee, I have no power here, I can't get my leg back. So what I gotta do is I gotta get him further up my thigh so I can straighten my leg out and then break his lock. So right here, he's got this lock on me. I'm just gonna do shallow whizzer. I'm gonna hook here. I'm gonna grab his wrist. I'm gonna hip into him. When I hip into him, I'm gonna hip into him and pull up on his lock at the same time. Right here, now I got a little bit of room to work with. I can put my shoelaces. See that? Shoelaces on the mat. I know you guys know this. Shoelaces on the mat. Now I'm just gonna push into him and sprawl back right there. And then eventually, it's probably gonna break his lock, or I'm gonna step high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep going with him. I'm gonna circle my knee right here, nice and high. Now I'm just gonna hip into him and grab his ankle right there and bust him flat. Okay, so once I get my leg back, he might still hold on, which happens a lot. They still want to hold on. So we gotta walk around them and use our hips. Try to be a little bit lighter. So here, shallow whizzer, wrist. Now I'm gonna hip into him. Right there, I can see how I pull his lock up a little bit. I can sprawl back and get my legs straight. Now that I'm here, he's still got the lock, partner still has lock. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my hips on top of him. I'm gonna bring my knee up to his side like this. I'm gonna hip into him. I'm gonna use my hips and I'm gonna grab his ankle and just bust him flat. Then right here, okay? Last time, I'm gonna go the other way. So right here, he's right here, he's tightening on me. He's got his head's on the inside. I gotta get him on my knee. I can't get my leg straight yet. And if I try to hip into him like this, I'm gonna way too far over the top and he's gonna submarine me right there. Okay? So that's why I gotta get my leg back right away. It's my first priority. Pulling up on wrist, pulling armpit. I'm gonna hip into him, pull this lock up a little bit. Now I'm gonna extend my leg back right here. Now that I'm sprawled, I'm gonna cover him with my hips. My hips are gonna go over his head and his shoulder like this. I'm not too high, I'm not too low. Now I'm gonna use my hips to drive into him. Driving both hips into him, grabbing his ankle here, busting him flat. And then I can score from this position.
Can you do it in full speed, like if you're in the
No, I'm not going to do full speed because we're not even there yet. We got to work on it. I'm heavy right now too.
Guys, you gotta remember I wrestled 133 in college. He wrestles 184.
I weigh 212 right now.
I can't do it on him.
He had back surgery a couple months ago.
It's not a big deal. You guys gotta go step for step anyways. That's important.
So let's get this down first and then I'll let him smash me. Sound good?
Yeah!
Alright.
Get it!
Yeah!
Get it! Let's go!